Hello everyone, my name is Slurpo Seth, and welcome to my list of my top 5 favorite games for the Nintendo Dual Screen. The DS has had many games over its lifespan, and these are my top 5 favorites. Let's get straight into it. In the number 5 spot, we have the Smurfs 2. The Smurfs 2 is a compilation of mini-games that are inspired by the movie that released coinciding the DS game. I personally loved this movie and the video game because I am sexually attracted to the naughty Smurf, Hackus, who is also displayed on the cover art for the game. In the number 4 spot, we have Ed, Edd, and Eddy, Scam of the Century. In this game, you play as the 3 Eds. In the plot, Eddie's book of when to scam people has been stolen by the other kids in the cul-de-sac. Now the 3 Eds have to go get that book back, but the kids in the cul-de-sac are using it against them to scam them. It's a side-scroller with a pretty basic story. There was also a mini-game called Whack-A-Zit, which was like Whack-A-Mole, but instead of whacking moles, you're whacking growing zits on Ed's back. Overall, I think this is a good DS game, definitely worth buying, and truly a classic. In the number 3 spot, I'm going to have Marker Man Adventures. This is a game where you can actually draw to solve puzzles. It's a side-scrolling type of game, but you have this character named Marker Man. You have to use his marker to draw lines that will appear in the real world, and you use these lines that you draw to get him from the start of the level to the end of the level. I think it's a very cool concept, and let's just say, if you're shopping to expand your DS collection, this is one I'd highly recommend. But another game like Marker Man is the number 2 spot, Scribblenauts. Instead of a platformer where you have to get to the start at the end of the level and draw actual things, like actual lines that interact with your character, in Scribblenauts, there's a puzzle involved, but what you type comes to life, and it becomes an actual sprite in the game. And instead of using the things to get from point A to point B, you're using the types to interact with your surroundings. Scribblenauts is a good game. That's why it's in the number 2 spot. Number 2 spot for Scribblenaut, but let's just say the Scribblenaut is not good. That's a double negative. That means it is good. But in the number 1 spot, I have something very special. The very first 3D platform Mario game to be on a handheld console. Super Mario 64 DS. Technically a remake of the original Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo 64, but I'd consider it an enhancement. More levels and even more characters. Not only can you play as Mario, you can also play as Yoshi, who's actually who you start the game out with. You start the game with Yoshi, you don't even get to play as Mario in the beginning. I think that's very weird, but there's also Luigi and Wario. Wario's a bad guy. What the hell's he doing? It was a launch title for the DS. It had an online mode, which not a lot of people really played, but that's another cool thing about it. You can move the camera around with the touchscreen because it's on the DS. And my personal favorite part was the mini games. See, New Super Mario Bros. For the DS, which wasn't on this list, also had minigames, but not as many. Super Mario 64 DS had a lot of minigames. There was card games with Luigi for more mature type people, but there was also some fun minigames for kids. I love how each 4 characters have their own mechanics. I love the new levels. This game is very nostalgic for me. Don't get me wrong, it's not why it's on the list. I actually have this reoccurring dream where I'm like a little kid and I'm in my neighborhood and it's raining out, and I'm playing this game on my DS when I'm walking to the bus stop, but my street is in an abyss or something. Whatever. But pretty much, if you don't know how Super Mario 64 works or what the story is, it was the first ever 3D Mario game, so it was pretty simple. Princess Peach gets kidnapped by Bowser, and Mario goes to the castle, so Mario has to go into all these paintings, which are like portals to these levels, and he has to collect the Power Stars. He has to get a certain amount of them to get to the next portion of the castle, which is where the new levels are, and eventually he gets to the Bowser level, and he beats Bowser, gets Princess Peach back, and that's pretty much what it's all about. But in this version, there's more levels, and different aspects of the game require the different characters, because the different characters have different, mechanics and stuff. Mario's kind of the all-around, kind of normal one, like usual. Then Luigi, he's slippery, but he jumps higher. Yoshi has the flutter thing, and if he swallows something, he can breathe fire for some reason. And then Wario's heavy, because he's fat. But for a DS game, I think there's a lot going on. It's pretty big for a DS game. I mean, because it's on a DS, the controls are kind of ass. But as a kid, being able to play as Luigi in a game like that, and not being the second player, actually just being able to play as Luigi as first player, it's pretty empowering. It's pretty awesome. But anyway, This is my list of the top 5 games for the Nintendo DS. Let me know what you guys think about it. Were there any games that I missed? You know, there are other DS games that I like. These are just the top 5. What are some of your favorite DS games? Do you think I really missed the mark here? Do you actually, hate these DS games? Let me know. But until the next video, my name is Slurpo Seth. I hope you liked my list, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Slurpo Seth. Subscribe.